Hello, people, and welcome back to the channel. This is SJ's Corner. Today, I'm going to be going through the crazy game between the Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Russell Wilson and Malik Nabers completely dominating the Cowboys defense. Obviously, we're going to be focusing on Malik Nabers here because he's the receiver. But Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had one pick with that. And Malik Nabers had 9 catches, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So it was kind of crazy this game. You just see them keep going blow for blow, deep passes after deep passes. Russell Wilson was throwing nukes out there. So we're just going to see how Malik Nabers and Russell Wilson were able to find and exploit spaces in the Dallas Cowboy defense. And some of these were just an athlete making a play. It wasn't much route running. You might see one play where Malik Nabers was generally using his route running technique to beat somebody. Most of it is just, I'm just bigger, stronger, faster than you, and I'm going to go attack this ball in the air. And sometimes it generally comes down to that. You get me? So let's, before we get into the video, do me a favor. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and obviously at the end leave a comment, but make sure to hit that notification bell, okay, as we get going here. So let's start right from the jump. And this play turns out to be an incompletion, but I really want you to watch. We have Malik Nabers right here at the top of the screen, and just we got a man coverage down here at the bottom of the screen on Darius Slayton, and this side of the Dallas defense is kind of playing some type of zone coverage, so it's a mix of man lock on the boundary side with some zone on the backside. And I feel like the Dallas defenders or DBs, they use their eyes a lot on the quarterback, and especially I believe this might be Diggs up here, and we know he's a ball hawk, right? So he's always looking to poach stuff that might be coming from the inside receivers. So right now, he seems to have this area of the field. It's weird because he turns like he's going to run with Malik, but you can kind of see as this play goes on, he lets Malik go by, and he's now in sort of a settled zone. And it's funny because I think it confuses Russell Wilson initially because he's like, oh, maybe he's running with him. So he doesn't throw this ball, he delays. But now he sees like, oh, it's a settled zone and he wants to throw it now. But it's kind of too late to try to fit this ball in here. And this is kind of something I think they see earlier in the game is like, hey, they're not as quick to get out of their back pedal. We might have some deep shots. That was earlier in the game. You can see this is 3rd and 1, right? Still in the first quarter. They're still playing that set of coverage where it's you have a man lock at the bottom with Malik Nabers, and I think they do end up playing some type of zone towards the field. Okay, so let's just watch this route here. This is probably one of his only man beaters the entire game, but it's just a really good job of being patient, slowing down the feet of the DB. I believe that's Diggs, and just finding space, right? So again, let's go through this. He knows the timing. Russell actually looks to the right first, or right at the safety, actually, just to hold him there. Malik knows he has time, stutters his feet, gives him a nice little jab. DB doesn't really get a hand on him. It just takes him, and that's open in the NFL. Okay? A lot of times receivers, especially rookie receivers, they feel like they're in a hurry. They got to get out. And I understand coaches probably tell you, oh, I got to be fast. You got to be fast. Get down field as fast as you can. Let me see how fast you are. But Malik knows how fast he is. He knows the timing of this play, and he does a great job taking his time, making sure Diggs has his feet settled before taking him for a sprint. And that's all you need, right? So that's a great job there on execution. Next play, we kind of have his first touchdown of the game. And again, this is something where he doesn't necessarily have to run a route. It's still that look where it looks like it's going to be man coverage lock at the top on the boundary side, and they're going to play some type of zone on the side of the field. Okay? You can see again, Diggs is there, but now he turns back into like, okay, I'm gonna protect deep. So he's not really in man coverage this time. He was disguising it, right? So it goes, except now this guy, Russell Wilson, is still looking directly at this guy, and you can see his body language is, you're clearly not paying attention to this guy over here, Malik Nabers, and your feet is settled. You're not ready to turn and run, and we know how fast Malik Nabers is. Okay, he says, I don't know what he sees. There's really no threat. I think he might be trying to poach this, maybe. I have no clue. But it's wide open. I don't know what the safety is doing. I believe that's Deron Bland. Deron Bland. Is it Deron Bland? Probably not. I think Deron Bland's injured right now. But this is too easy, right? You got cornerbacks playing, safeties playing at what, 13 yards from the line of scrimmage on Malik Nabers. And this is what Russell Wilson sees, and he's a guy that loves his deep ball. Hell of a catch right here, right? This could probably have been an easier catch if Russell throws him more to the middle of the pit of the field, but, you know, the ball touches two hands. We're taught as receivers, you got to make that play. So next play, we see kind of on a third down, this is a near miss. I just thought this was cool, the way Russell could kind of see what the Dallas defense was trying to do. They have 7 man on the line, maybe 8, and then obviously drop out of it. This is where, as a receiver, you kind of notice this, and you might want to slow. I guess this is a miss, but once you see that zone, you don't have to sprint through it. Just kind of sit in the hole a little bit just to get that ball from the quarterback in that window. I include this play from Wan'Dale Robinson, and you can see it's kind of a carbon copy of what is the safety doing, right? Wan'Dale is right here in the middle. I guess maybe this time the safety is worried about Malik, which is in the slot this time. And I don't know what Diggs is doing, man. If you're going to be covering deep, then you really need to get your ass back there. Pardon my French, right? Wan'Dale's a pretty fast guy too, and no one. This is just terrible technique by the Dallas defense. Russell is gonna eat that up all day. Next play, this is the fourth quarter. Okay, a lot of Malik's catches this day were just literally 5-yard stops or deep balls. 5-yard stop or deep balls. This is the fourth quarter. They were down 4 points. 48 seconds left on the 35-yard line. They need to score a touchdown, if not they lose, right? And again, it's just go ball. This is they need to score a touchdown, and the Dallas defense knows this. Look at this safety's body posture. Okay? And I want you to know that this is the play before they actually get the touchdown. So they got a warning. Okay? This safety is still down here. And that may be his job in that play where it's like it's just a cover 3. So you have 3 guys supposed to be protecting deep. Right? So you can kind of see just by the body position of, I don't know if that's not Diggs. That was guarding Nabers at the time, but I don't know why they're not in a cover 4 here, but that's the warning. Okay? So that's one. And that happened damn near, it wasn't quite back-to-back plays, but this is after they got a first down. Now they're on the 50-yard line. I don't know if it was a penalty or something like that, but same look again. Malik is all by himself at the top of the screen. And it's cover 4 this time. But look, I'm going to say this. We know how fast Malik is, right? As soon as he crosses that 10-yard barrier right there, right on the 40, this guy needs to start turning his hips. But he doesn't turn his hips to watch him till about here, right? So now imagine I'm in a full sprint. I'm Malik Nabers, and you're basically in a back pedal and you want to try to turn and run when I'm within 2 yards of where your start point is. Before you're gonna turn and run, I'm gonna make that gap up on you. And just look at his incredible speed, and he completely dusts the safety. The safety, he's nowhere near. He starts with what, a 13-yard cushion on the safety, maybe more, and when the ball arrives, he's already got lapped in by 2-3 yards. At least the corner is doing what it's supposed to be doing, but this safety was horrendous. And now let's not take away from this spectacular catch. This is probably one of the hardest catches to make in football. But if you can master over the shoulder catches, you can make it look so easy. But it's such a difficult job trying to track this ball, right? I want you to see kind of right here where the corner puts his hand on Malik's Nabers' face, right? So he has that slight distraction before the ball lands in his hands, and he's still able to maintain his concentration and come up with a hell of a catch. Yeah, so I was saying, this is something where if you can practice your deep ball tracking abilities, especially as a receiver, you could, I mean, listen, it's a very, very high level skill to have. To the naked eye, it looks easy, but I promise you it's not. So, hell of a catch from Malik Nabers, hell of a game. Too bad that the defense still ended up conceding the field goal at the end to Brandon Aubrey, but, hopefully they can build on this and get better production the next week that they go up. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the performance by the Malik Nabers. Do you think it was more of Malik Nabers being a really good receiver or the Dallas defense being completely crap? Really, because it's a bit of mix from both. You still have to go and execute the play and make the touchdown grabs. But yeah, it was a great job by Russell Wilson delivering those balls, especially in those locations, and Malik Nabers, of course. So again, leave me a like, leave me a comment. It really helps out the channel. Appreciate you guys. Share the video as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.